the majority of contactees seem to, that recall their contact, seem to have Rh negative bloodlines. And this is interesting because the origin of Rh is very obscure. Like they find it in the Basque region of northern Spain, but they're not sure like how it became about. Like there's no link that connects it to the original bloodlines that were like in the lower part of, Eurasia or Middle East, I guess you would call that area. It's like that radio dial that we need to organize things in the system in order to be in tune with that and be able to hold space for what truth really is. And sometimes truth can be very inconvenient sometimes.
Yes.
Because it have to take us out of our comfort zones, but we have to. Because it's actually in that uncomfortable place that you will find infinite peace and freedom.
Right.
But we are not taught that. You might feel like, oh, it's such an egoic thing to think that you're going to be a godlike being or a creator, but we're not talking about the concept of the ego. We're talking about you become a frequency, life force that is directly connected to the infinite. And when you become that, everything starts to come into place. The body transforms, you become healthy, vibrant, joyful, you can love. You can heal, you can even hold space for healing for others at that point, and you begin to affect matter. I mean, in these states, I've experienced magic. You begin to manifest things that happen, that come into your life, and it is just, you really start to experience life on a whole different level.
Yes.
And if we begin to come into that state, this is where we can affect the whole and choose timelines and change the direction of humanity as it's coming, as we are projecting it. By deprogramming our DNA, we can choose to experience things that are better for the collective, like not choosing to go into war, not choosing to go into all of these things that are happening. So the next step of that is unity consciousness, and this is where we need to be headed. They're a combination of humanoid and gray, so they're much thinner, like their entire skeletal body is like much thinner. And the other ones, there's 4 of them. There were 2 little girls. The strange thing about the little girl is that when I was a child, one of the vivid dreams that I had was that from this brilliant light, my mother would bring, holding this little girl, blonde hair, to me. She would just bring it to me, and I had the dream many times from the age of 5 until about probably 10 or 8 years old. And when I saw the little girl, I was like, oh, that is a little girl that my mother was always bringing to me. And at the time when I was a child, I used to think, I wonder if that's my future sister.
So that's like a prophetic dream.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.